Hey guys, what's cracking? It is Krakenation, and we are here today to talk about another new Galarian Pokemon. So last video we did Obstagoon. We're going to keep the hype train rolling. Today we're going to be talking about Galarian and Weezing. This is a Pokemon that's getting a ton of talk on the internet. Pretty funny why. So it is an interesting looking Pokemon for sure, Galarian and Weezing. Basically, Weezing's smoke is now given a mustache, and it also has a smokestack on the top of it, both of its heads, that resembles a top hat a little bit. But also, what's kind of funny is it kind of looks like a recreational device that some people may use to burn plants and consume them for their, should we say, euphoric feeling and effects they may provide. I tried to dance around that as best as I could. I hope that went well. But it's pretty sweet. It's pretty funny looking appearance, I gotta say. It's interesting design. Some of these Galarian Alolan form designs definitely got pretty interesting as we've now seen more and more alternate forms of these new Pokemon. But we're going to talk about the potential competitive aspects of Galarian Weezing as we know it today. So first up, Fairy Poison's a really cool typing, I've got to say. It's really interesting. It's a new, unique typing. Fairy type is one of the best types in the game, maybe the best type, but definitely one of the best competitive typings. So it's really, definitely, instantly by being a Fairy type, this Pokemon has a chance to be successful more than it did before. You stick Fairy type on anything and it instantly has a reasonable chance to be a lot more competitive than it was. But it's not without its fallbacks, just because that Fairy typing gives it a Steel weakness, which is definitely something we're going to have to take note of. Steel weakness is huge. Obviously, it doesn't actually have the Poison weakness of Fairy typing, so it doesn't actually get that. So Poison Fairy is interesting. And what's nice about Weezing is it does get access, and I know sometimes there's a move pool change with some of these Galarian and Alolan forms, so I hope that this Weezing gets a relatively similar move pool to a regular Weezing, because regular Weezing gets Fire Blast and Flamethrower, which are moves that, while Weezing doesn't have the best special attack stat, those moves definitely help it when dealing with Steel types and not just sitting pretty on them, or them just sitting pretty on it, rather. So you gotta keep that in mind when you're looking at this, is that Weezing does get those moves that hit those Steel types that are going to be a problem. Now, worth noting is that we do not yet know its new ability, but if we take a sec and read its new description, Galarian Weezing consumes polluted air and poisonous gases for subsistence. The byproduct of this consumption is purified air, which is spews out from tops of its heads. Galarian Weezing is a bro, apparently. The toxins accumulated within Weezing's body form into concentrated poisonous gas clouds that leak out and drift around it. The gas is so potent that even a whiff is enough to stun and immobilize an opponent, making it Weezing's best weapon during battles. So now, my guess is that this unrevealed ability for Galarian Weezing has something to do with this ability, because that's what happened with Obstagoon, right? Obstruct was the new move for it, and we got to read about it in the description. But I'm not positive, because this description sounds a lot like regular Weezing to me. So we're going to have to be able to tell them that. Now, that also keeping in mind that the ability that is revealed is Levitate, which is an amazing ability, to be honest. Really, really good ability, especially on a Pokemon that's a Poison type, which otherwise would have a ground weakness. Turning that ground weakness into a ground immunity is amazing to these Pokemon. We've seen Pokemon like Gengar literally drop a tier just because they no longer have Levitate. Like, Levitate is that big of a difference. Like, Weezing without Levitate is going to have a much harder time. What I'm trying to say is that Galarian Weezing is going to be hard pressed to have this unrevealed ability. Is going to be hard pressed to not just be worse strictly than Levitate. So definitely some interesting stuff here. This unique typing is really cool. It helps with a lot offensively, to be honest. It hits a lot of stuff really hard now. But you're going to still struggle with those those Poison types. Offensively, you're going to be walled by Poison types. Luckily, overall, Poison is actually not that relevant of a type in competitive play, but Fairy type is, and getting that Fairy type is going to be huge for Galarian Weezing. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a comment, rate, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Make sure to leave me a comment on what you think about Galarian Weezing and these Galarian forms in general. Are you feeling the Sword and Shield hype yet? I'm starting to feel it, I must say. But definitely let me know if you haven't joined the Krakenation Discord yet. Join it. We just started it, and we're going to see how it goes. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Krakenation out.